Hi everyone, this is Judith. Hello, Twin Flame Essentials, and we are talking about your twin flame journey. Yeah, let's have a look together at those cards that came out for today. It's always not a reading, but more a discussion about what you need to know on the journey and what the divine also wants to give to you, right? Because there are always messages coming through. And yeah, and the cards are a good starting point to begin with, right? And then see what comes to mind. We have here empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation, and clarified by the Queen. Radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. We have envy. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. We have liberation. I only read the light attributes. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. What a wonderful card. That's what we all want, right? And death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And the Samaritan. And it says, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Yeah, what does this talk about? I mean, first thing that I see is empathy clarified by the Queen. And this is telling me that you have mastered something, right? Queen, we need to master, to become spiritual masters in a way. And I also want to tell you something, doesn't have to so much to do with the cards, but it came to me that this could be very important, and maybe I'm talking about this another time as well. When I started off my journey, this was even before I met my twin. Actually, I was in a karmic relationship. And this was getting harder and harder. And one day I just decided that I had to take care of myself, right? That I just had to turn away from this outer situation, and that I had to just take care of myself because it was affecting me so much. And what I turned to the divine, and I asked for healing. I said, what I really want, please give healing to me on all levels, on the level of the body, on the level of the mind, and on the level of the soul. Body, mind, and soul, right? That's what I wanted. And so this was what I was asking, right? What I wanted from the divine. And this was what the divine was delivering to me. And it was delivered partly, not that's not the whole story. There's more to it, but partly. This was delivered to me by meeting my twin flame. And this was then another real kick-off for my journey. And then I had to master a lot of things, right? Because my twin flame actually was already very open and spiritual. And I noticed right away that I didn't do my homework, right? So I realized that I could not align with him, that I had to master. So this could be different for you, depending on what you asked, right? What did you ask the divine? Maybe you asked the divine for a love relationship, to meet the one, and to maybe to have a family, with your twin flame, or whatever it was what you asked, but there is this starting point, and this does not begin with meeting the twin. It begins with asking the divine for something. Yeah. And then it is delivered, right? And then we see that well, maybe we think in the beginning that we have a lot of empathy towards people, right? But actually, this is also something that we learn along the way, that we are asked to have empathy with every being. And that's not an easy thing to do, right? But to dive deep into the awareness, into the consciousness that love is the only way out, right? It only works when we find or when we come from this loving place, from this place of empathy. So, and let's move on and see, because he is liberator, right? So obviously we have to release some things on the journey, and one of we have also death, right? So it's about endings, it's about releasing stuff, and one of those things is envy, right? Envy is like a poison. Also this yellow color, it's yellow orange, it's quite nice actually. but you could also think of poison, right? This envy, this is, we sometimes we have to experience contrast in order to know what we don't want, and then at the same time, of course, know what we want. Yeah. And our own envy is sometimes mirrored to us by other people around. So when we experience envious people, it's very likely that we have some envy within that can sometimes be hidden. When this happened to me, actually, I want to give you an example here as well. I grew up, actually I was very small, and it was, my mother made it very clear to me that being envious is not acceptable, right? So, but yeah, but when envy came to me quite a bit when I was older. And there are different aspects, of course, to envy. But then all of a sudden I realized there is envy within me, because I had to shut that down when I was very small. It was not acceptable for me to envy other children, which I did. And I think which is also normal, right? And then we have to learn that we are that we are special, right? And that there is no need for envy in this world, because we are loved and accepted just as we are. And that's the problem, right? When we don't feel this, that we are loved and accepted for who we are, then envy comes along, right? And those who are envious, they for sure, they don't accept themselves, and therefore they cannot accept others. And same for us, right? It's something that can be hidden sometimes, and it has to come to an end on the twin flame journey, because as I said, it's poisoning every relationship. But we don't have to judge it, because it's just something that is there. We experience things like that, and there's no judgment around it, right? It's very important that we are gentle with ourselves and kind. and that we give ourselves the love that we deserve, basically, right? It's all about that. And we see different aspects and different experiences. It's all valid, and it's all part of the journey. The journey is not about only being an empath and never envy anyone, right? It's not only white, and it's not only black. It has a lot of colors and a lot of flavors, right? And we make those experiences that we are stuck somewhere, and then all of a sudden we liberate ourselves and we find this way and we have this experience. And those are the things that nobody can take away from you. And this is how you become a master, because afterwards then you know. And that's what is happening to you on the journey, right? A lot of endings. A lot of endings. Yeah, and this Samaritan. Yeah. It's a little bit connected to empathy, right? Because here it says, I read it again, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Yeah, and this is again talking about that we are going towards relating to everyone in a loving way, or we come from a place of love no matter what, right? That's hard to do. That's not easy, but there it feels like a kind of in it's maybe somehow neutral, you know, when people talk about being empty or going into vast emptiness, or it's kind of a neutrality, or that you basically you rest in this place of love, of loving kindness. There's also this exercise of loving kindness, that we are basically extending our kindness to everyone, even the people that are our enemies. As I said, there is no other way out, right? Otherwise, we keep going in circles. So the only way out is love, and then we would always allow the other people to choose what they choose. I mean, who are we? They are free. They have free will, and so have we. And so we just we can just ask the divine to help us to always choose love, and to show us in every moment what it is like to choose love. And also yeah, I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, to help us to always choose love, and to show us what it is like to always choose love, and to have empathy, right? And to deal with our shadows, liberate us, becoming a master, and to basically accept the divine is perfect. That's what I wanted to point out to you. Everything is perfect. So the things that are happening, also those endings, right? When things come to an end, that's always for a reason, and nothing would end that would still serve you in some way, or that would still be part of what you are vibrating in your essence. So usually on the path, when things fall away, or come to an end, then it feels quite natural. And we don't have to be afraid of that. Can happen, right? We allow this to happen. We allow things to come to an end. We allow envious people to fall out of our experience, right? We allow ourselves to feel our own envy, right? And release that. Because when the divine shows us those things, then this means it's only for one purpose, for us to clear and release, to transform those energies. Otherwise, the divine would not show us those things, right? It's for us to purify. So yeah, of course, as always, I would love to help you with this. You find my email address in the description box below. You can book a session, send me an email, I send you my offers. And I also have 15 minutes free for you to take a chance and get to know me or to ask me some questions. You can also send me an email for this if you want to give it a try and see if it could be a fit to work with me. Yeah, so those were the messages that wanted to come through for today. And yeah, take care, everyone. I wish you a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful morning, a wonderful night, wherever you are. Enjoy your time. Watch out for the joy, watch out for the love. And I see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.